He's the god who may have single-handedly shaped the way we understand the world. But who was he? And why do we owe so much of our civilization to him? This is the story of Thoth. In ancient Egypt, where myth and reality often intertwined, one figure stood out as a beacon of wisdom and knowledge: Thoth. With the head of an ibis, Thoth wasn't just another god in Egypt's crowded pantheon. He was the god of wisdom, intellect, and writing. Among a civilization filled with deities, Thoth shone brightly as a symbol of the quest for knowledge and enlightenment. Thoth's story isn't just a myth, it's a fascinating journey through Egyptian history. His intellect and insights left a lasting impact on culture and society. To truly grasp Thoth's importance, we need to explore the origins of the gods themselves. Thoth was part of the Ogdoad, a small group of gods who ruled over the Egyptian cosmos. His name, Jehuti, means "he who is like the ibis," reflecting his character. The ibis, with its graceful beak and poised stance, became Thoth's symbol, representing his precise and thoughtful approach to the universe's mysteries. Thoth's connection to the ibis wasn't just for show. The bird's ability to dig deep into the mud for food was seen as a metaphor for Thoth's ability to uncover hidden truths and delve into the depths of knowledge. In some stories, Thoth was also depicted as a baboon, emphasizing his wisdom and his link to the moon, which symbolized the mysteries of time and life cycles. Thoth was said to be born from Ra, the sun god, without a mother. This divine birth set him apart as the god of intellect and wisdom, guiding both humans and gods in their quest for knowledge and truth. Thoth's influence wasn't just limited to the gods. It played a huge role in everyday life too. He was known as the god of writing, language, and knowledge. The ancient Egyptians believed that Thoth gave humans the ability to write. This was more than just a skill. It was a way for people to record their thoughts, stories, and history, making sure that their wisdom could be passed down through generations. The Egyptians credited Thoth with creating hieroglyphs, the unique writing system that became one of the most important symbols of their civilization. These symbols helped preserve their culture, achievements, and knowledge for all time. It was as if Thoth's divine hand guided every scribe, ensuring that Egypt's stories would never be lost. Scribes and scholars looked up to Thoth as their guide and protector. They saw him as the source of their inspiration and wisdom. With Thoth's help, they were able to keep the legacy of their civilization alive, reaching across time and space. But Thoth wasn't just the god of writing. He was also believed to have written many important texts himself. These sacred texts were filled with wisdom and spiritual knowledge. One of the most famous is the Book of Thoth, said to contain the deepest secrets of the universe, including the mysteries of creation and the soul. Another well-known text is the Book of the Dead, which helps souls find their way through the afterlife. It included spells, prayers, and instructions to guide the deceased through the challenges they would face after death. Thoth's understanding of truth, justice, and balance also led to the creation of the Book of Ma'at, which taught people the difference between right and wrong and emphasized the importance of living a good life. This book served as a moral guide, helping both the living and the dead live in harmony with Ma'at's principles. Thoth's influence didn't stop there. He was also connected to the Emerald Tablets, which were believed to hold his teachings on topics like alchemy and the nature of the soul. As a god of medicine, Thoth wrote a book filled with knowledge about healing, including herbs and remedies, which became a valuable resource for ancient Egyptian doctors. Thoth worked alongside his daughter, Seshat, the goddess of writing, to create the Book of Seshat. This book focused on subjects like measurement, math, and record-keeping, reflecting Thoth's role as the god of knowledge and science. He also wrote the Book of Cosmic Order, which explained how the forces of the universe work together and why it was important to keep everything in balance. Thoth's wisdom extended into the afterlife as well. He played a key role in the weighing of the heart ceremony, a ritual where the deeds of the deceased were weighed against the feather of Maat, the goddess of truth and justice. Thoth, acting as the divine scribe, carefully recorded the results, making sure that justice was served. This ceremony wasn't just about judgment. It was a way to uphold the Egyptian belief in Maat, the idea that the universe needed balance and harmony. Thoth's role in this ritual showed how important he was in maintaining the balance between the human world and the divine. Thoth's influence in the afterlife also extended to the Book of Divine Judgment, a text that explained how souls were judged during the weighing of the heart ceremony. This book reinforced the importance of living in line with Maat's principles, ensuring that justice was carried out even after death. If you're fascinated by the incredible influence of Thoth and the ancient Egyptian gods, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more deep dives into mythology and ancient history. Thoth's wisdom wasn't just about big ideas. It had a real impact on everyday life, especially when it came to creating the Egyptian calendar. This calendar was carefully aligned with the cycles of the moon and the sun, thanks to Thoth's clever thinking. The story begins with Geb, the god of the earth, and Nut, the goddess of the sky. When Ra, the powerful sun god, found out they had united, he was furious. In his anger, he cursed Nut, saying she couldn't have children in any month of the year. This seemed like a harsh and unfair punishment, but Thoth, always wise and just, saw how wrong this was. He decided to help Nut by coming up with a plan. Thoth approached Hansu, the moon god, and proposed a wager. If Thoth could win a game of Senet, a popular board game in ancient Egypt, Hansu would have to give him a portion of his moonlight. Thoth won the game, earning 5 extra days of light. These extra days didn't fit into the regular 360-day calendar, which was based on Ra's curse. Because of this loophole, Nut was finally able to have her children during these new days, creating the 365-day calendar that we still use today. The calendar that Thoth helped create was more than just a way to keep track of time. It showed his deep understanding of how the universe works and his ability to bring balance even in tricky situations. The Egyptians used this calendar to live in harmony with the natural world, and its influence is still felt today. Thoth's legend goes beyond just wisdom and writing. He was also deeply tied to magic and mysticism. People believe that Thoth shared secret mystical knowledge with humans through the mysterious Book of Thoth. This book was said to give its readers incredible powers, like the ability to communicate with gods, understand the language of animals, and even comprehend the movements of the stars. As time went on, the Book of Thoth became a subject of fascination for many, with stories about its magical abilities spreading far beyond Egypt. The Greeks, who admired Egyptian wisdom, saw a connection between Thoth and their own god, Hermes. They merged the two into a figure they called Hermes Trismegistus. The writings that came from this fusion, known as the Corpus Hermeticum, carried Thoth's wisdom into the Western world. These texts influenced Renaissance thinkers and even secret societies like the Freemasons. But the story of Thoth's book doesn't end there. In the 18th century, a new idea took hold, that the Book of Thoth had survived in the form of tarot cards. This belief gained popularity, especially among occultists like Aleister Crowley, who claimed to have received a new revelation directly from Thoth. Crowley's connection to Thoth deepened during a visit to Cairo in 1904. He claimed that over 3 days, he was visited by a being who dictated to him what would become known as the Book of the Law. Crowley believed this text was a message for a new age, laying out the principles of his new religious movement, Thelema. A central idea in Crowley's version of the Book of Thoth was that every man and every woman is a star. This meant that each person had the potential to find their own path in life without needing a central authority to guide them. This idea resonated strongly with the counterculture movements of the 1960s, where the focus on free love, personal freedom, and spiritual exploration became key themes. Though controversial, Crowley's teachings left a lasting mark on Western esoteric thought. His tarot deck, known as the Thoth Tarot, remains one of the most influential and widely used tarot decks today. The rich imagery and symbolism in the Thoth Tarot continue to draw in those who are eager to explore the deeper mysteries of life and the universe. Even today, Thoth's influence is still very much alive. From the 1960s counterculture, which embraced the ideas of Aleister Crowley, to modern-day secret societies that view Thoth as a symbol of wisdom and magic, his legacy continues to captivate those who are drawn to knowledge beyond the ordinary. The fascination with Thoth and his mystical book has sparked countless interpretations, each claiming to capture the true essence of his wisdom. Whether or not the original Book of Thoth ever existed as a physical object, there's no denying the impact of his teachings on civilization. Thoth's story is a powerful reminder of the enduring strength of wisdom, knowledge, and the belief in something greater than ourselves. Thoth's presence is also felt strongly in popular culture, where he continues to inspire filmmakers, writers, and game developers. His image with the iconic Ibis head and staff appears in many forms of media, from movies to video games. Thoth's connection to magic, wisdom, and the mysteries of the universe makes him an enduring figure in our collective imagination. In the 1960s, Thoth's teachings found new life in the counterculture movement. Figures like Gary Lockman, a former member of the band Blondie, embraced Thoth's ideas. The counterculture of that time, with its focus on free love, mysticism, and rebellion against the norm, saw Thoth as a symbol of the mind's power and the spirit's potential. But Thoth's influence goes beyond the mystical. His teachings on balance, harmony, and justice still resonate with people today who seek to live a life in line with these principles. Thoth's legacy stands as a testament to the lasting power of knowledge and the pursuit of truth, reminding us that the wisdom of the ancients still holds valuable lessons for our modern world. Thoth's influence on our world, from the creation of the calendar to the mysteries of the afterlife, has shaped civilization as we know it. Whether through the written word, divine justice, or the arcane arts, Thoth's legacy lives on, reminding us of the power of knowledge and the pursuit of truth. If you enjoyed this journey into the world of Thoth, don't forget to click on the next video for more stories from ancient gods.